Hey, what's up, y'all? It's popping this D about to react to this vid. This is the victims of NBA Youngboy. He beef with Kodak and NLE Choppa. When was this? This man has beef with a lot of people. I wonder what is going on with him lately. Is he still under house arrest? What's the update on that? Anyway, let's see who these victims are. Let's watch.
What happens when you start beef with a rapper who is demonic, ruthless, and as cold-blooded as NBA Youngboy? More often than not, starting a beef with Contrail can go much deeper than rap, and in some cases, can lead to death. It's your boy Luesta, and today we're gonna be talking about what happened to the NBA Youngboy victims. Starting off with a rapper named G Money, who literally to the end.
Why y'all make him look so sassy in this picture? Something about it is very sassy. Why? He still got his baby mama name tattoo above his eyebrow?
NBA Youngboy victims. Starting off with a rapper named G Money, who literally lost his life shortly after saying some disrespectful things about YB's sister. Growing up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Youngboy was trying to break into the rap game ever since he was a teenager. And one of his first ever collaborations just happened to be with G Money, a rapper who repped the TBG crew. Youngboy was initially under his wing and was even seen wearing a hoodie repping the crew back in some of his older videos. Back then, G was basically his mentor, but something went wrong between them, which led Youngboy abandoning TBG to launch his own rap crew. Never broke again. In an interview with Say Cheese TV, G talked about how Youngboy changed once he became famous. However, the core problem between them was related to the older rapper having a sexual relationship with Youngboy's sibling.
He mad about his sister too, though.
About his sister?
Yeah, I had fucked her a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he mad about that. He wasn't really tripping on it back then, though, you know what I'm saying? He be calling me big brother and shit, but I guess he just let that famous shit get to his head. Now he feel like he just this new nigga, whoever he supposed to be, whoever he called himself.
As always, NBA Youngboy doesn't let anyone speak on an issue pertaining to him without clapping back. First, Youngboy responded simply on an Instagram live, where he was clearly ready for all the smoke.
What you say? I'm about baby. What a little bit.
Before then going on to mention the incident on his song called Poor One.
Remember smoking weed with your little brother. Matter of fact, nigga used to call you my big brother. Then you did some.
Let's give him copyright. He just about shit and had sex with my sister.
They have been throwing shots back and forth online. G Money was killed when he was shot in the head while leaving a recording studio on Dallas Drive, Baton Rouge. Now, some may say that this was all just one big coincidence. However, when you take into consideration that Youngboy's associate NBA Pop was the one who was indicted for the murder, it definitely makes you think twice. Additionally, instead of offering condolences, Youngboy instead decided to celebrate in songs like Danger.
I'm on my top with the I put that burn on him, yeah.
Shoot him in his shit just like the last gorilla nigga.
Made it crystal clear who he was referring to. After all, TBG stood for Top Boy Gorilla, and with their leader gone, Youngboy was happy to mock the crew during their time of mourning. But this didn't mean that every member of the crew was just going to take it lying down. Fredo Bang was also part of TBG, and he was really close to G Money. Not only did he make an entire song titled Doggone about him, but he even told Vlad TV that when G Money passed away, he was so upset that he cried while he was in jail.
It was the closest friend I had besides my first best friend, but we got closer, you feel me?
While behind bars, Fredo reportedly attacked Youngboy's older brother, and the police, worried he might seek revenge, believe this led to G's passing. This incident actually prevented Fredo from being released on the day he was supposed to get out of jail. There's a common belief that G Money was only in Baton Rouge on the day he died, specifically because Fredo was supposed to be released from jail that day. However, Fredo's bond hearing got delayed to a later date, leading some people to think that if Fredo had been released as planned, G Money might have not lost his life. As for Youngboy and Fredo, the two used to be cool. In fact, Youngboy actually appeared in one of Fredo's first ever music videos. But once G Money was killed and Bang got out of prison, the relationship between them soured. And when he learned that they would be dropping projects on the same day, Fredo sent some shade to Youngboy, writing, "Guess me and my son dropping together" on an Instagram story post. When you're dealing with someone as hot-headed as Youngboy, calling him your son isn't a great idea. Soon, he was cussing him out on live, dissing debt ops and issuing threats.
You a bum, you. Go dig all three of your brothers up with your scary. You a. Stop running from me. I ain't in no competition with you. Stop writing me. You a. You ain't no. You won't be like me. You writing me all day. You a.
Unsurprisingly, Fredo clapped back, throwing shade of his own.
Somebody go help the brother out, bro. He angry, dog. He angry. Talking about partners. It ain't like I'm on this talking about fat boy and that extra large coffin he got. You hear me? Professor X, how y'all gotta push his hair around. I'm not on this talking about that.
These people are ruthless. Jesus.
I said somewhere else, yeah.
From there, the two kept throwing subliminal shots back and forth on wax, thankfully avoiding things tipping over into violence. However, there was an incident where a fan of Youngboy foolishly tried to taunt Fredo and his crew, which resulted in the fan getting beaten up. Since then, Fredo eventually opened up about what happened between them and basically suggested the whole thing was blown out of proportion.
I personally don't got a problem with it. It's more of, like when I was telling you about people don't f with people and they in the main people ear type of shit. And motherfuckers don't know how to be grown and be a man and talk for themselves type of shit. I don't have a problem with them. We just don't f with each other.
Whatever happened, it's clear any idea that Fredo would ever be competing with YB in terms of sales are long gone. But the Baton Rouge beef doesn't stop there, as another local rapper that Youngboy had a feud with was Kevin Gates. At first, YB and Gates were cool, to the point that they had created absolute banger hit songs together, such as the song TTG and I Am Who They Say I Am, which combined for nearly 200 million views on YouTube alone. And Kevin Gates even got a tattoo of Contrail on his shoulder. During Youngboy's come up, Gates took him under his wing and actually helped him to broker a deal with Atlantic.
That is zesty. That is very weird. You got another nigga face tattoo on your arm, and it's not one of your dead homies or nothing. It's a nigga who's up and walking around live well. I think that's weird. Kevin Gates is a weird nigga.
We end up regretting. Although Kevin felt an immense connection to what Youngboy was going through,
I saw myself. When I see him, I see myself.
Well, get yourself tattooed.
You're not aggressive. It's just when you go through great pain and great hurt, it makes you aggressive. It makes you put the wall up. And that's me. You know what I'm saying? That's who I was. I was that individual at one time in my life.
Youngboy clearly felt differently. And by the sounds of it, the issue was that Gates basically wanted a finder's fee for helping to set up his deal with Atlantic. And on the song Story of OJ Top's version, Youngboy issued some pretty serious threats aimed at Gates for wanting to take a percentage of his income.
Man thinking he gets a percent from me, allow him to allow someone else to pay me, don't be.
Making sure it's over with, strapped down, so shit, blah blah.
Man, and is focused on peace rather than causing anyone any kind of hardship. Because Youngboy is so many years his junior, he basically sees him as a little sibling. So in an interview with Academics, he revealed that he'd done the mature thing and let it go, as Youngboy needed a friend, not another enemy.
Wish I could put my arms around him right now. That shit killed me to see him suffer. I wish I could just put my arms around him. Right now.
You getting the tackle?
I'ma always love you forever, but he just on his journey right now.
Before then stating he will always have love for Contrail in an interview with Cigar Talk.
My love don't change for people. Man, brothers don't have time where they have to journey apart. It'll come back together if it's meant to be. If not, hey. If I love you, though, I'm not about to never not love you.
Where the beef between Kevin and NBA Youngboy was resolved amicably before things could get out of hand, the same cannot be said for Scotty Cain, who he got back into back when he was on his come up. Now, if you're not familiar with this artist, he's another MC from Baton Rouge who reps his own label called Utopia Music. During the beginnings of Youngboy's career, the pair collaborated on a couple of songs together, such as Homicide.
I'm rolling around, I'm just waiting on you.
I'm gonna spot you, bitch. I got you. I've been waiting on you, nigga.
Scotty, YB essentially begged him to do the song.
I'ma address the situation like a man. You rolled my cousin dick. When I came to the studio, he begged me to do the first verse. I did not want to do it. I thought about him. I did the verse. Your bitch asked me to put some on your shoes. You not with my label. Nigga, you was over there riding TBG dick. They wanted to raw your pussy ass out. Now your pussy come trying to rep my community. Now you get on and do all this extra shit.
Always ready for smoke, NBA Youngboy pulled up to the studio to try and square off with Scotty, but the rapper had no intention of fighting one-on-one, and instead, he pulled a gun on Youngboy and apparently had him begging once again, but this time, it was for his life. However, as usual, Youngboy would eventually get the last laugh when one of Scotty's studio sessions was ambushed by the NBA crew, and according to reports, Scotty lost 20 teeth in the attack. Since then, he's been real quiet, and eventually apologized to Youngboy, claiming he shouldn't have even entertained the beef. Although a lot of rappers that Youngboy has beefed with have faded into obscurity after he was done with them, some have stood strong like Kodak Black. Back in the day, Yak and Youngboy were really cool with each other, and at one point, he even thought about signing Youngboy to his Sniper Gang label after collaborating on their hit song Chosen One.
I mean, y'all could probably see the text.
Either his words were taken out of context, or he just straight up disrespected NBA on the track Time Never Mattered, rapping,
But I hope that I won't broke again. Killing young Davis, Kodak never gonna broke again. When you were free, but I heard that.
Referring to Youngboy as a free agent, many thought he was throwing shade towards Youngboy for not signing with his crew. Although it's unclear if this was a diss, what I do know is that one of NBA's own artists was about to turn the heat up on this beef, literally. Shortly after the song came out, Rondo, who will play a major role in a couple of the feuds later in this video, took an exception to what Yak said and did a live stream where he burned some of Kodak's Sniper Gang merch.
Shut up, man. Man, we NBA, man. What's on that shit? Hey, man, it's up.
After that, Yak's crew responded by releasing this threatening video of members from his Sniper Gang speaking in Haitian. Before then proceeding to pour gasoline on Youngboy's Never Broke Again merch, claiming, This meant the battle lines were drawn, and in October of 2019, Youngboy escalated it even further when he began dating Kodak Black's ex-girlfriend, Dej. But things didn't get too bad until a couple years later when Kodak was in jail. During that time, Youngboy was accused of snitching after his then-girlfriend Yaya Mayweather one of his exes. In the paperwork released at the time, it said that Youngboy had fully cooperated with the police. And as you can imagine, this was the kind of ammo that Kodak Black couldn't ignore. In a since-deleted Instagram post, Kodak, from behind bars, said, "The hell they mean you fully cooperated? Man, that word ain't even supposed to be attached to your name, at NBA Youngboy. Don't do that girl like that, man. This make like you was scared that people was gonna try to charge you with something, so you scream." For someone like Youngboy, who came from the gutter, getting called a snitch is about as serious an allegation against you as someone could make. And unsurprisingly, he went off.
These niggas watch me from a jail cell, man. I ain't never paid attention to a nigga, especially from no cell, nigga. The nigga watch me from. Then when a nigga say, nigga I cooperated. Bow, man, bow, what, you stupid?
The crime.
Huh? Bow, my wife? Huh? Bow my wife?
Oh, this is when he went in the room? Okay, full circle moment. I remember that. Made her wake up.
You talking about this girl right here? My wife? You talking about my wife? Inside my house that I paid for?
Still, Kodak kept poking the bear, saying that YB was his son and that Youngboy wanted to be like him. Disrespected once again, the two were officially no longer friends. Later that year, Youngboy took a jab at Kodak by releasing his album on the same day. And to add salt to the wound, Youngboy's album ended up outselling Kodak's by nearly 15,000 units. Still, when Youngboy got captured by the FBI in 2021, Yak surprisingly insisted that he wasn't celebrating. This seemed like an olive branch, and it probably was. And it also could have to do with the fact that a year prior, Youngboy released a song called Letter to Kodak, where he said he missed him after he was sentenced to 46 months in prison. But there was still one thing bothering Kodak about YB, and it wasn't anything street, but rather it was his fan base and their constant trolling. You guys remember how in 2021, it was a popular trend on social media for people to say YB better? Well, this really bothered Kodak, and he made it clear in tweets stating, "Bruh, I like Youngboy's music, it's just this dude's fans, homie, or whoever the fuck is behind all this hashtag YB better shit. That should be irritating. And can't nobody else say they don't feel me? A dude too real. I ain't hating on nobody. I just say what everybody else is scared to say. With all chances of them rekindling their friendship."
I even got comments.
Youngboy clapped back, telling
I don't even rap, and I got comments saying YB better under my Instagram posts and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Niggas is weird, but I just ignored it. Like, who cares? And it came and went.
"If you don't like my fans, I don't like you, puss." As you can probably tell, a lot of Youngboy's beats start off as a case of respect gone wrong, and that's definitely the case with NLE Choppa. When he first came out the gate, the influence of YB on Choppa's style was pretty obvious, and he didn't hide his fandom. At one point, he even dropped a song called Free Youngboy to salute his incarcerated hero, but unfortunately, that song would age like milk. It all started after Choppa got into an altercation with a member of NBA's crew in a club. As usual, it was Quando Rondo who set it off by attacking Choppa's friend.
I just cracked NLE Choppa homeboy and this shit running up on me. Hey, crack me ass in this shit, NLE Choppa. And I got that found and I'm round Houston.
NLE Choppa wasn't about to let that narrative fly and cleared up his side of events. And to him, what Quando did was cowardly.
Good, how the f is you niggas took y'all hide behind security, cuz? Y'all know what the f you did. You came and hid behind security. You was a bitch.
Suddenly, any chance of Choppa and Top working with each other anymore was pretty much over, but they kept it respectful enough until one day when Choppa decided to critique Youngboy's music online. After Lil Reese clapped back at a tweet from Academics which said that Youngboy was on demon time by saying that he was just rapping like everybody else, Choppa agreed by saying that he stamped that. It's unclear what exactly Choppa's intentions were, but to Youngboy, this meant war. So he quickly retaliated on the track No Like I Know, where he said, "I bet your mama will be destroyed when we send your stupid ass to God for making statements. Choosing sides about my beef with them little boys. You can say I was your favorite. Better stay up in your place, bitch. Around to get your face split." Just for good measure, Youngboy also dissed Choppa's new focus on health within his music, rapping, "I don't give a fuck about how you treat your body, give a fuck about your cleaning." Considering how hard Youngboy went, you'd expect that Choppa had to fire back, but he insisted that he was above that.
Is there beef there?
No, I don't beef with nobody. Like I said, I live in peace.
So why
While
comment on
Youngboy's
that?
candidness might have been seen as a
That's so goofy, and then, like, you contradicting yourself. In that case, why did you feel the need to even comment on that negative post and be like, "I stamped it"? Basically saying you agree that NBA Youngboy raps like everybody else. And he didn't agree with Act's tweet. He agreed with the person who retweeted Act and gave their opinion. He agreed with that. So it's like you were being very messy. And now he claps back and you like, "I'm at peace." Like, shut the fuck up. That makes sense.
He didn't stop there. He went on to mock Choppa for his close relationship with his mother, who is both his manager and a successful entrepreneur. Youngboy even stated in his interview with Rap Radar that Choppa couldn't be a gangster because his mother wasn't.
You want to see a gun in this video, right? You go to the next one, you got a gun in this video, right? Man, you gotta dig a little deeper sometime, bro. Alright, man, look at his mama. His mama ain't no gangster, so how the f is he a gangster? That shit gonna be adding up.
You might have noticed in those bars about Choppa that he talked about him choosing sides. And a beef that brings us right back to one of the biggest beefs with another rapper that Youngboy has ever dared to enter, his feud with Lil Durk and the late King Von. You see, Choppa was really good friends with King Von, a Chicago MC who'd beef with NBA's most troublesome artist, Quando Rondo. During a fight in Atlanta at a hookah lounge, King Von was killed by one of Quando Rondo's associates, Lil Tim. Since that went down, Quando believes that he's been blacklisted from the entire industry. While on Youngboy's part, he inherited the beef, beginning with a line on Bring the Hook from his January 2022 Colors mixtape that seemed to poke fun at King Von's death and his hood.
Man, it's that street
The years since Von's death, Lil Durk has been criticized by some people for the fact that he hasn't slid for Von. But when it came to this blatant disrespect, he didn't hesitate to defend his late friend's honor. In a post just days after Youngboy dropped the song, Durk let him know exactly what he thought of the New Orleans rapper getting involved. Don't claim it if you ain't do it. You still a bitch. With that, a war began, which has consumed the street rap side of the industry to the point that you're either cool with Youngboy or cool with Durk. Along the way, even baby mamas have been brought into the crossfire of it. As for disses, every new release from them usually has 1 or 2 bars for each other. On Ahaha, Durk raps,
acting like they really like this is my brody dad. Just get out the fans, you bring up murders with your police ass.
Once again, a rapper has implied that Youngboy is a snitch, and we know he doesn't go for that. On the same track, he takes aim at Youngboy's ex-girlfriend, Janaea Michelle, who spent some time with King Von too.
I told Von to leave that bitch alone, she posted her only.
For Youngboy, his shots have been no less than personal, but even more threatening. On I Hate Youngboy, a song dropped only a few days after Durk's, he referenced Quando, and even dissed Durk's baby mama, India Royal, saying, Quando got no filter, and he say that. They gon' f with him. Clean up on aisle O. Youngin let that chopper blow. My brother let that stick blow. No, that's my smoke. He called me a bitch. That's India. That be yo-ho. Clean up on aisle O refers to the O-Block neighborhood that King Von was known for repping. From placing billboards of themselves in their enemy's city, to Youngboy officially turning his back on Drake for associating with Durk on Fuck the Industry Part 2. This is a beef that isn't going anywhere fast, and the two have made it clear that talks of reconciliation are completely false. As for Durk, he made it clear that disrespect towards Von is unforgivable, particularly when he thinks you're trying to gain clout off of his name.
I'm speaking for the whole Chicago. You ain't there. Shut the fuck up. You weren't there. So you made a diss and said something about Von. That's why I don't fuck with you. You ain't did you. Zero in reality. It just happened where it happened. Like it didn't have nothing to do with it.
At the moment, Youngboy is still on house arrest in rural Utah, so things are contained for now. But considering how out of hand some of these beefs got when he was a free man, let's hope that Durk and Youngboy decide to keep this thing on wax rather than taking it to the streets.
Damn, this man has beef with everybody. Like, go chill out. Well, that's clearly what he's doing. He's chilling out in Utah. Hopefully he had a lot of time to do some reflection, because this is ridiculous. Like, you done beef with half the damn industry. Well, a lot of these people I've never even heard of, but some of these people were very popular. But yeah, hopefully he gets it together. We'll see what happens though. Y'all let me know what y'all think though. Let me know what other videos you want to watch, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye!